Hey, what's up, guys? It is always something. I I was getting ready to stream and I saw that it was like storage full or something. So I had to go delete all the storage on the streaming software or whatever. Let's see if I can fix this real quick. Now y'all get to see some of the behind the scenes stuff. There we go. I had to get myself in focus. So, man, when I start, well, no, it's not when I started stream. This happened earlier. Bitcoin is actually it's not doing bad. I know a lot of people will see this and probably get very afraid, but Bitcoin price has to do this. It's crazy that we broke through 48 so smoothly into. I mean, it's still really at 49. So that's why a lot of people are speculating. We're really about to take off. I mean, yeah, we're way over 48,000 because 48 was really the first resistance. And, I try not to talk about all this trading stuff or whatever, but that was the first main resistance. And so now it's just looking like this 50,000 is like it's a round number. It's a psychological, it's a psychological mark that everybody sees. So, like I said, people going to take profits. It's going to be like that. But, it's looking really good. Hopefully you guys are feeling, bullish and everything. But you don't want to, like I always say, you don't want to ride too much on emotions. But it's good to see the market moving. But as I always say, I'm gonna talk more about this today too. That it's long term. I always say, well, I guess it's probably not 8 months. 18 months, 18 to 24 months is what we're looking forward to. But there was this article. I've been seeing this a lot of places though that Bitcoin is the highest price that it has been in 2 years. Um, that's pretty major. That's like the end of last bull run, which to me the end of last bull run was really like November, I say. But it did. They tried to keep it going. Probably it's around February, whatever. But yeah, it's been the highest it's been in 2 years, and so I know a lot of people are seeing that. Um, Especially retail is going to make them really bullish on it. There was also another article that was saying, I saw this article somewhere, but I also saw James talking about this on Twitter as well, that, everybody that pretty much bought into the ETF now is in profit. So that just brings more word, or more word of mouth for the people that are in profit. I know when the ETF first started launching, because of the grayscale sell offs, the price was dipping. And so these people probably like wondering, what did I get into? But now that they're in profit, they're going to be probably telling more of their friends about it. And so we're going to get some more publicity there. Got a lot of stuff going on here. But yeah, so like I said, the word is going to get around. And another thing, in addition to that, you have all the news outlets, even though it's dipping a little bit now, all these news outlets are about to be reporting about this. As you can see, NBC's been talking about it because it's that round number of 50,000. The news is going to start talking about it. So all of retail is going to start hearing about it. And like I said, we are we're not really looking for parabolic returns or like those big movements really until like 2025, maybe later this year. But the thing about this that I haven't seen many people, talking about. Like I said, Bitcoin just broke 50,000. The news is talking about it. They're going to let retail know about it. But the thing is, people not realizing this is $50,000 right now, with just us that were coming in from the bear market. Those of us that are really like, maybe you learned about crypto last cycle, but you're really crazy about crypto. You want to get in early, you're trying to make astronomical gains. So think about it. Last time in 2021, when we hit this 50,000, 60, the top was around 64,000. When we hit that, that was peak euphoria when all retail investors were in, meme coins were sky high. That's when pretty much mostly everybody was in the market, is when it reached that amount. But right now, we're just coming out of the bear market, the beginning of the bull run, which I want to talk about more later. We're at the beginning of the bull run and we're already at $50,000. that's letting you know how much money is in the market. And like a lot of people are saying, yes, there's going to be probably twice as much, maybe three times as much money in the market this time around, which is why it's so important to be in the right. I'm gonna just say what it is, altcoins. So you can make those astronomical gains that I'm trying to make. I see people, they make a 4x here, 5x here, 10x here. That's not what I'm here for. I said maybe I got to clarify that more on my page. Like I am here for astronomical gains, but that's part of another section that I'm gonna talk about a little bit later. But yeah, we reached $50,000 with just us in the market. This is not new money in the market. This is just us who've been in crypto and we know what's going on, and we have conviction. So on top of that, we hitting 50,000. Pretty much everyone who bought into the ETF is in profit, so they're happy about it. They're telling their friends about it. Um, and like I said, yeah, Bitcoin is at the highest price it's been in 2 years. All bullish things. Um, oh, here's another one. I got a couple of articles here. So this is another thing that's really bullish. And listen, you might not see this stuff right away, but it's definitely coming. So to just sum this up, pretty much BlackRock, when they launched their ETF for their Bitcoin spot ETF, they gave people a discount for the first 12 months, or up to, I believe it was $5 billion in the ETF or whatever. So it's supposed to be for 12 months, but they're already close to reaching the top. So they have a discount for the first 12 months or until they reach 5 billion. So they get like a 0.5% discount on the fees, which I think is like point 0.12. I mean, not sorry, point, yeah, point 0.12, 0.12%. But after they reach the 12 months, or after they reach $5 billion into the ETF, that discount is no longer there, and the fee goes up to 0.25%. So it doubles the fee. So I think they're around, I was reading this more, I think they're around 4.4 billion. So they're only $600 million away, which is, not much money in the traditional markets at all. It's not even much money in crypto, but definitely not in traditional markets. So once they get that last 600 million in, the fee goes up. So I feel like, even though you might be looking at, like I said, we just saw that the Bitcoin price was falling a little bit, right? But like I said, this is not immediately, but I feel like we're going to see that 600 million pretty quickly. When people find out that the fee is going to go up double, I feel like people are going to FOMO in to that BlackRock ETF, and that 600 million is going to be filled pretty quickly. And like I said, we're seeing some retracements right now, but it just lets you know, like, listen, I feel like the market is about to take off. And when I say that, I want to clarify. I got to keep clarifying this. That we're talking about like the pre-halving pump. Like the halving was supposed to be. It was March, April. It could be as far as May. I was keeping up with this for a minute, but I think it's around April, end of March, April, May can go into May. But anyway, so we're going to get that pre-halving pump, which is why it's important to be in the right altcoins. And I'm gonna say this now. I'm gonna say it again later, but that's why I see people now still trying to make like these trades on stuff that I don't feel are like long-term holds, right? So you can be making these quick. Am I getting into my next subject? I'm just say this. So you can be making this quick returns now. So you're like, oh, I'm gonna go chase this 4x or 5x over here. Bloom's just talking about this coin is bullish. It's been pumping. But in the midst of you getting that quick 5x, which is not a long-term hold, say something is I try not to microcap hunt, right? But let's say something is a very good play, and you're saying, I'll come back to that. But this is probably a true 1000x. 1000x. While you went over there and got that quick, 5x or whatever, you might have missed like a 3x over here. So that 1000x changed to a I'm actually talking about a scenario that I know that happened for real. So now you're at a 300x instead of a 1000x. But now the problem is you saw that it just pumped, right? So now you're like, I don't want to get into it now because it just pumped. Like, that's why just get in long-term holds. I keep trying to preach this. I'm gonna use some examples later, and try not to be too preachy about that stuff. But I saw this happen to somebody recently. I was like, all right, you cool. You got the little 3x pump over there or whatever, but now you just got to put it right back here if you want to equal what you would have had in this play over here. That could be 1000x. Um, but Yeah, so I talked about the Black Rock sponsorship fee where you see it on screen. Yeah. So after that 600 million flows in, like I said, the fee goes up. So I think people are going to FOMO into that pretty hard. And so some of you probably already saw this next graphic. I shared this in the Patreon. It's been a heavy study week. Listen, I've been quiet. I've barely been in there. I know a lot of people like to brag, like, I'm always in my Patreon, like I'm in the 24/7. I'm trying to study and make money for me and everybody. But I saw this graphic and I shared it in the Patreon. And I don't know. I think a lot of people, I'll put it this way, for the example that I'm about to use, hindsight is 2020. And that's what I'm trying to avoid people saying, "Oh man, I wish I would have knew." You kind of do you do know. We just get caught up in the euphoria and the emotions of the market. But what I was telling them is, um, to be honest, I don't even count. I know some of y'all are gonna say this is crazy. I don't necessarily count that 2000, so almost 2000 projects that came in January 2021. What I count is those ones that were there by the pretty much end of that bear market. It was 2,400 picks. 2,400 cryptos were out on the market. To be honest, probably 1,000 of those were just nothingness, just pure nothingness or made up garbage. Um, I would wager that maybe 400 to 800 of those cryptos at the end of 2020, around that time, were actually good projects that people focused on, that made money on, that you can remember the names today. What those projects are: the Maddox, the Cardanos, Solana, all those guys. So even some of the smaller projects that you can actually remember their names. What I keep trying to tell people is, people are wanting like plays all the time, every other day. um, you can jump in and out of these picks, but right now, as of November, like I said, I count the ones that were before the bull market starts. As of now, already in November, we had 10,748 cryptos on the market, which means there's a lot of competition out there. And I just keep seeing people say, but this, I got to have this narrative. I got to have this. But is it really bullish? Is it really going to pump when retail comes into the market? And so, like I said, a lot of people feel like, oh, he's being negative. Let me just, even with my limited knowledge, um, that I had coming into, and I say limited, I feel like I knew a lot in last cycle. I know so much more now. And I see people like, oh, but I was here last cycle. Like, and you don't want to be arrogant, but I'm just like, well, which one of us made the most money last cycle? And you saw, I'm gonna be honest, I tell this all the time. I try to give credit where it's due, that I really honed in on this from, even though like I said, a lot of people say he's boring, he only talks about Bitcoin. But I got this mindset from George from Cryptos R Us. And it's like, he preached it all the time. He's like, if you would just hold. And so many people just keep, but they feel like they're antsy. Like, I have to be trading something or I'm not in the market. Or, but this one's pumping on here. Let me just put a little bit over here. And they miss so many opportunities. And so what I'm asking you is, with 10,000 cryptos in the market, this was in November. I'm pretty sure there's probably 12,000 now. Is the crypto, are the cryptos that you're holding going to be those bullish cryptos that everybody is talking about? And it doesn't matter if an influencer is shilling them. One of the plays I'm going to talk about later is being heavily pushed by an influencer right now. So everybody's jumping in it. That's cool if you want to do that. Sounds like decent tech. I'll talk about it. But is it going to be a long-term hold, or did this YouTuber just get a sponsorship to shield this token? And it also sounds like it has good utility, so people are FOMOing into it. Or is your crypto going to be like Mavia? So with me, I'm in the crypto space. I'm always studying what's going on in the markets. I know pretty much all the gaming tokens that are out, all the ones that are going to come out. I got so many thoughts tied up. I know pretty much all the ones that are going to come out. And so there was one that I knew about, I was bullish on, right? And it was called Heroes of Mavia. And I was, telling a couple people about it. I thought it was going to be one of the most bullish of the cycle. But what made me more bullish on it is one of my members who, and they will tell you, barely knows anything about crypto, but they know games. So even though they're in my Patreon and they're in my group and they were in the bear market and they're in crypto early before retail, they pretty much don't know a lot about crypto. So, but you can consider them as retail. All they said is, this game looks crazy dope. I, I got to get in on this token. I was like, it made me think like, okay, this person has told me verbatim out of their mouth that I don't know a lot about crypto, but I know this game looks hot. Do you not see what's going on with Mavia? So it's cool that influencers are shilling Mavia and all these other tokens that you want to get into. But when retail comes in, are their eyes going to pop wide open? And is your crypto going to look like Mavia, or is it going to sound like this amazing tech that you've done? Well, blockchain is the third layer, and and I think a lot of people have expressed that they came to my channel. They're like, I feel as though I came to your channel and it sounds like you really know the tech and I'm learning a lot and you break down the tech. But for even me who knows the tech, like you can either be smart and look cool to everybody else on YouTube and look like a cool YouTuber who knows all the tech stuff, or you can make money. Like which one do you want to do? It's cool that y'all think I know the tech and I sound smart to some of y'all and y'all think I break it down so you can understand it and you appreciate that. But I am here to make money. I don't care how smart y'all think I am. Like I am here to make money. That's why we're here. So you can either get in this play that you think is all cool and you be like, and it has blah 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 DD Jaga P and 3.6 blah 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 and retails is going to come in like okay but whatever Mavia Mavia looks cool like that's where their mindset is going to be. And I say this full transparency that I had known about Mavi. It was on the top of my gaming list. I expressed this to my group. I got on the exchange. The exchange wouldn't let me buy at the time. I could have had Mavi at a great price. Very aggravated because I felt like a lot of the plays that even that I gave my group, I said, you know what? Usually when a project launches, there's a retracement for people dumping airdrops or whatever. I didn't think Mavi was going to be that, and it showed itself that it was not. Within a day it is not retraced to whatever it stopped it ended at on day one. It has not been back there. I did not get a chance to get in, and yes, it's still a good chance to get in, but maybe I'm putting too much of my emotions in. I'm just kind of upset because I saw the price that it was at, that I know I could have got in at. Um but like I'm saying, like, so I can know all this tech stuff and that's cool, but you want to get in projects that retail is going to come in and it's just their eyes turn wide because you're in competition. This isn't, I keep saying this, there's so many smart people that I know that I respect from last cycle, and even them, they're still stuck there. And so what happens is, when you just talk about gaming, which I try not to do, right? They feel like, and there's a lot of people that are in this space and they have YouTube channels that don't know crap about crypto and all they talk about gaming, but they don't even know all the good gaming projects that are out. But I think a lot of YouTubers or people with Patrons feel like, well, people are going to think I'm not smart because I just talk about gaming and they're going to think I don't know the tech and they're going to think I don't understand blockchain. So you want to look knowledgeable, but in the end, they're going to be upset because they're going to be like, I could have made more money. Gaming is going to be one of the hottest narratives. I'm willing to argue anyone who wants to argue that. I have put my group on, like I got in Celestia early. I'm very bullish on Celestia. I got in it before people could really explain what it is. I made a video explaining what Celestia was. And so, a lot of people may say, oh, he's the tech guy. I am the tech guy. I know the tech, but I'm here to make money. So I have the full realization that this gaming is going to pump. When I actually have two people in my group that don't really know much about crypto. And one is a serious gamer. And so even though can tell him what the gaming picks are and all the ones that he doesn't know about, I'll run them by him like, hey, what do you think about this game? Like, is it, you like it? Can you play it for me? Um, you know, uh, so when you have that opportunity, you got to take it to think how retail is going to think. Um, I keep having to reiterate these things because I'm not trying to be petty. And I think they said it was okay because I know someone that I keep preaching this stuff, but they got wrecked because they went chasing. But it's pumping. Blah blah blah. YouTuber who's a big YouTuber was talking about it. Now you're on a 50% retracement, and so tell me when is that retracement going to come back? Um, and I had three projects that I want to talk about today, but I don't want people to think I'm flooding them. But I'll say this, that a lot of these influencers get together and they're shilling these bags of projects that seem like utility just to get capital for the projects that they know are still coming out. We still have a lot of great projects that are going to come out. And I keep trying to preach that. And so what I keep saying is, like I said, you can know the tech, and I'm going to use myself as an example you already heard, but I'm going to add some stuff to this example that I've used before, of me last cycle feeling like I was smart. The tech was great. What it did was cool. It's this cool DeFi project that you've heard me talk about. It's called Linear. Ticker is Lina, Lina. So now I've mentioned that the tech was great. It was a cool project. I feel like it could pump. Influencers were talking about it, right? It also, this is what I didn't mention, had some great backers. Hashed, DWF Labs, Moonrock Capital, CMS Holdings, HTX, which was Huobi last cycle, Vendetta, and Alameda Research before the crash and all we knew about all the FUD, and DuckDAO. It all these amazing VCs and stuff. It was great tech, great project. Retail came in and was like, "What is this? Oh, but it's linear. It's so cool. It's the great tech. It's great blockchain tech." Retail was like, "Yeah, okay, whatever." Axie Infinity, these other, all these other cool projects, Sandbox. We're not bullish on that stuff now. Sandbox, Mana. That's what retail understood. So I see people over diversifying in these. I'm just being honest. Um, these boring DeFi plays. Nobody's gonna care. Like, this is not last cycle when you had barely 2000. I don't even call it 2000. You see the graphic on the stream. January 2020, or excuse me, maybe I will say January 2020, 4,000 picks or whatever. But we're double that now. But we're double that, over double that in November. I'm pretty sure right now we're probably up to about 12, 13,000. By the time the equivalent of 2021 starts this cycle, we may be well over 20,000 projects. Do you want to really be holding some dumb DeFi project that nobody cares about when we have 20,000 projects on the market in January 2025? You can do it if you want. You can tell me what influencer is shilling it and how many blah blah blahs behind it, but I guarantee you retail will not care. So let me bring this full circle. So are you saying, Zoe, should I not care about projects that have great tech? I'm not saying that, but ask yourself, what kind of tech is it? Celestia is different. Everybody's going to be talking about Celestia. You can buy Celestia everywhere. You can already buy it on Coinbase. People are buying Celestia even now. I bought it at $2. People are buying Celestia now because they're like, man, this thing is giving out these airdrops and it's got, it has all this money people are making for airdrops. So people are going to keep buying Celestia. Multiple projects are using Celestia for data availability. And notice, I have not talked about Celestia much on this channel, so I don't want anybody to be like, he's just pumping his bags. For one, I can't pump something that's a 3 billion market cap. But when I'm talking like these boring DeFi plays that people would just maybe like, what is that 30 million? Like I said, I use Linear as an example where, you start at 20 million and you like, this influence is talking about is great tech and it goes to 200 million. So you're feeling good about it. Some of these projects stop at 200 million. And so I'm using myself as an example. I was the dummy last cycle, holding it like it was going to skyrocket because the tech was great and blah, blah, blah. But retail came in and didn't care. And hindsight is 2020. Like, everybody wants I don't want you saying, oh man, I see what he's talking about now. It's going to be too late because, like I keep saying, I feel like this is the last cycle that we're going to be able to make those astronomical gains. So you can sound smart, like the tech, and I listen. I got friends who are on this stuff, man. And I saw it come out, and I respect my friends, so I don't want y'all to feel no type of way. But I don't care. I'm not chasing BRC20. I'm even the new ERC 404 that came out the other day. I guess I should have. If you guys probably like, what is he talking about? He's not sharing the alpha with us. I didn't really want to talk about it as much because I don't want people FOMOing into it. Because it just, yes, I know NFTs are going to come back strong, but it just doesn't feel like something I want to chase. I do not want to chase BRC20. I do not want to chase ERC 404. I do not want to chase. No, I don't want to chase any NFTs this cycle. I want to get in good coins that I know retail is going to love when they see and make some money. I don't want to speculate highly as something's going to be the next crypto punk or the next bored ape. So I don't have time for it. I want this to be easy. I want it to be easy. Getting great altcoins that retail are going to see that's going to pump like crazy. Um, and so that's where I'm at. So not saying I'm going to stop talking about the tech or whatever. Um, but there's so many things, and I maybe sometimes I don't even have time to share with my Patreon, and I just talk about everything. But I need to have some VIP streams where it's just the people in the Patreon. And so, like I said, they might be like, "Where is that?" But I'm just studying and cross referencing so many things that I'm seeing this cycle. Um, that I'm really realizing like we gotta tighten up on the picks that we're getting into. Um, Yeah, I'm not trying to have hindsight 2020, but like I should have did. I should have done. I should have known this. If I start talking to retail about it and they don't understand it, then I probably don't want to be in it. But there's some plays that you really do only need the Web3 space. Like I said, with a Celestia, the Web3 space is bullish on it. Themselves are going to pump it. Like I talked about earlier, we pumped this thing to 50,000 in the institutional investors. Retail is not here in the market yet, so Web3 community is going to pump Celestia, and they're going to shield it to retail. And retail is going to. Let me slow down. Let me slow down. So when we're talking about the tech, you're saying, Zoe, should I not invest in any tech? If it's like a Celestia or Solana that has a big narrative in the Web3 space that people are going to shield to retail, last cycle, Solana was great tech, right? But what made it not boring was everybody kept saying in the Web3 space, it's going to kill Ethereum. It's faster than Ethereum. It's got these great developers. So that's what pumped it. So when you have tech like a Celestia or like I hate even talking about this one, Dimension, which I knew about months ago, and I've been studying it and tracking it, and then it launched at this high evaluation that I did not expect. But when you have those that have those bullish elements about them, they're just something special about them versus just saying, "Oh, this is a blockchain and it's proof of work." Okay, cool, but what else about it? Um, and I see people getting aggravated about this, and I'm just being honest. And I think they said I could say this. So I was DMing somebody, and they were saying, "Yeah, but it's pumping, it's blah 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 blah." So and it's pumping, and this influencer's been talking about it. I keep saying, if it's only based on influencers talking about it, then it's probably not going to be that good. And then it retraced, and it's been like a month, and I don't think it's went back. It has not went back close to where it was. Um, I feel like I'm out here talking about the same thing every time, but it's just I feel like I'll just be honest. I feel like people are like challenging my point of view or my perspective on these things. And I'm like really, really trying to help people understand. And I keep seeing people get burned, and it's like, well, did you learn your lesson? Are you gonna play the game the right way now? Um, but yeah, there's a lot of people that are in the cycle right now. They came out of the bear market early in the cycle, and they're still not going to make money because they're not considering these factors that there's going to be probably 20,000 altcoins on the market. And you're going to be on lives trying to scream and tell everybody about your altcoin because you got in early, but it's some dumb DeFi play that nobody cares about. And you're just going to be swearing. People, I see people do it. They swear that they can sync a crypto, and they swear that listen, you can't. You can't. Stop giving yourself that much power. It has to be a really bullish thing about the crypto and a good community behind it. And so this is another thing I keep seeing, and this is probably one of the most important things I'm gonna say in this live is that I tell people get in a good play that you believe in, that's good, and just hold it. Like I said, George from Cryptos are us preaches this all the time. Get in and hold. Stop trying to trade. And so I see this story that everybody just talks about like so euphorically. If you would have got in Gala last cycle and held, if you would have got in Sheba last cycle in the beginning and held, but nobody ever does it. They never do it because you get itching hands and you feel like you got to trade something. And you feel like Zoe is not talking about enough plays and giving us enough trades. But if you would have just got in Gala earlier and Sheba early and held it, you'd have been the one of the ones in the news article who made 8 million, $16 million, but y'all can't do it because but I'm not doing nothing. It's not moving. I keep preaching the same thing. A lot of these plays don't move for 3 months sometimes. Even one in the Patreon that I talked about, And I saw some people would say it in the group, and others would DM me about it and like, "Hey, man, are you sure about this one? Like, it's not moving, man. I don't know. I heard this, I heard that. Trust me, it's a great project. Blah blah." Come back 2 days later, I don't know, man. Now it's like, "Hey, Zoe, it's popping, it's popping now." It's like that's kind of how it works. Like you just got to sit there and chill. And I keep saying I feel like people need these reminders. Yeah, like I said, hindsight's 2020. Do you really want to be in that number that held Shiba and Gala, or you want to be in the number who you got a 10x on Shiba or Gala, and then you move to something else, and then you feeling good because, and this is what people get messed up at. Let me say this: people will feel like they proved you wrong because they're like, I'm making money. See, I got the gains. I made a 40x over this cycle. Yeah, but you could have had a 300x. I, listen, I keep saying, I am here to make the most gains. I am trying to outperform every single person in this market with my gains. Every single person. So if this is a crazy bull cycle, okay, let's play this game. So say if this is a crazy bull cycle, right? And y'all know I talked about Casper quite a bit. And I keep saying I think it's got a 15 to 30x in it, right? If say if Casper does a 50, 60x and y'all like, haha, Zoe, we proved you wrong. I won't care. You know why? Because I got a 600x. That's how I want this cycle to be. I want to be making the most gains. I don't care if you're trading a 10x here and you get another 10x and 10x plus 10x plus 10x equals a 30x. I'm sitting here chilling. And by the time you make your 30x, or say you make the 30x, you're up on a 40x now. You feel like you're ahead of me. I want that one coin I'm holding to zoom right past yours, and now I'm at a 60x just by holding, not moving, not chasing trades. And to be honest, that's how it works. It actually happened with G Swift is back up now to 60 cents. So where I'm at 15x there, and I've seen people get chase 3 and 4x's here. And I was talking to a friend the other day. I'm not being petty, y'all, but talking to a friend the other day, and it was like, yeah, man, I'm on this market, so far, I came in, I'm up 12x on whatever, and I'm just like, just by holding G Swift, I'm up 15x just by holding when everybody said it was boring, when the price was falling, when it wasn't moving. Just find a good project and hold it. Like that's all you got to do. Why is it? I feel like I've been repeating myself. I'm sorry. This is an important message. Y'all gonna see later. When it's months down the line, it's not even gonna be. It's not even gonna be far, y'all. I promise you. It's gonna be like 3 or 4 months. You're gonna be like, oh, that's what he was saying. That's what he was saying. Oh, I thought I was about to leave. So I was about to start watching this guy. Then you're gonna come back 4 months later, be like, dang, I wonder what Pixie gave out in this 4 months. Like that's how it's gonna be. But yeah, y'all can chase all the trades. Y'all can be day traders if you want to. I say that's for stocks. I wouldn't try that in crypto. So yeah, let me say that too. If you're trying to, if you're trying to pay your bills by trading the crypto, you better had took a really good trading class. That's not something I would suggest that people do. And I know a lot of people. I guess I get it. Like you want to feel like you want to see the activity. You want to see the gains going up, your portfolio going up. You want to feel like you're doing something because if it's just sitting still, you're going to feel like you're doing something wrong. So I understand that and I empathize with that. But yeah, sometimes you just got to hold, man. Yeah. Do you want to have the Shivas or Galas or not, man? I don't know. Like I said, I'm not trying to be too petty. I understand y'all want to see some gains and all, but sometimes it's just not worth it, man. But so anyway, that is not how I thought the first half of this was gonna go. But I'm really trying to help, and I don't think it'll be long before y'all realize, like, oh, he was just trying to remind us, make sure we had it in our head, because that project that wasn't moving, that you probably traded out of, you're gonna look back and I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be honest. I think one or two of these plays, and I know y'all in the Patreon, y'all gonna ask me which one you was talking about on the live. I feel like one of these plays for sure in the next 40, as I said 40, excuse me, next 4 months or so, is probably going to already do its. I think it's already going to do its 50x in the next couple of months, and so a lot of y'all know that I say that I'll be lying to y'all sometimes. My real goal is 100x or more with all my picks. But I try to be conservative because I don't want to overpromise because, like I said, there's a lot of cryptos in the market. So I say 50x, right? But I feel like one of these is gonna if everything is how I see it right now, I think it's going to do a 50x way earlier than for the cycle or when 2025 comes or whatever. So yeah, a lot of stuff may not be moving, but you just got to hold in and have conviction. So anyway, so a lot of the plays that you guys asked about, I didn't think that was gonna go like that at all. But this stuff for you from my heart, y'all. Y'all gotta realize I really like I've been through this. I already saw the cycles. I see how it works. I see the mistakes everybody continues to make when the psychology gets to them. Um, and I just don't want you guys making those mistakes. I want you to have the galas, the Shibas, the heroes of Mavia that I wish we'd got. Look at that. Look at that sucker, y'all. Look at that. Look at that. Y'all see that? I don't even want to tell y'all the price I could have had this at, but the exchange was acting crazy. This is what you want, y'all. Y'all want this thing the retail is going to see. The game is crazy. They like it already, and it goes crazy. That is what you want. So anyway, a lot of the plays you guys asked about. I've been researching. This month is going to be really crazy. A lot of plays are supposed to be coming out either this month or early next month. If they stick to it, though, it's going to be this month. So that's what I've been spending my time researching when I've been quiet in the group and stuff. So I had to do some deeper research on some of the projects you asked about. Some of them are dirt low market caps, and I know y'all micro cap hunting, but I'm going to look into them. But I just have one today. Usually I try to have three, but I have one today that a lot of people have been asking about, and I understand why. I'm half and half on this guy here. And I'll let you know why. I'll try to be short-winded about this. Somebody in the Patreon already asking which one I'm talking about. That's my guy. Um, yeah, so I'm half and half on this one here. It's been moving. Um, I'll say the good and bad that I see. So this project is OPSEC. I think I'm saying OPSEC or OPSEC. I think it's supposed to mean operational security. The project is aiming to provide decentralized digital infrastructure. The main features they are is they wanted to have like AI powered security for the blockchain infrastructure. Pretty much means they, you know, AI is running the game. As AI is the security is powered by AI versus like I'm guessing validators and so on and so forth. Um, so yeah, they want to utilize AI to build, maintain, and operate the blockchain infrastructure, um, and they feel it will enhance security and privacy of the network. That's why a lot of people say decentralization and AI go hand in hand. But as I was thinking about that this morning, I'm like, decentralized, nobody controls it, but it's run by AI. No one controls it, but it's ran. I don't know. I know we like making AI money and crypto money, but it's something to think about. But anyway, they want to provide decentralized servers, private networks, and I guess even IP addresses. So I don't know if they have a VPN that they're creating or whatever, with the whole private IP addresses or whatever. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, they said GPU. So I don't know if they're trying to provide decentralized GPU power, but I know they did. One of the big narratives they have is they're trying to provide decentralized computing power. So I know that's big, along with the renders and other projects that are out. So it definitely can pump and follow that narrative. It is a very low market cap. It's been pumping. I think it was around 7 cents. So it's already done like a 5x. Um, but this one is not as much along as along the lines of boring because it could follow render and the whole decentralized computing power and GPU power narrative. Especially with, DeepN is a big narrative this cycle, and so they see themselves in that type of narrative. Um, I'm just making sure everything's still working. Um, I mean, yeah, they had some of my favorite narratives in the space. So like I said, with the decentralized cloud computing power, whatever, it sounds great. If it follows its narratives and it follows the DPN narrative, that's going to be huge. It could do well. But what I will say about this project, I know a lot of people were trading this project. I see a lot of people talking about making a trade on it, but I feel like at this point in time, it was shielded by two pretty big YouTubers, and I feel like that's where the pump came from. And because we are kind of getting into that part of the cycle where people are having more hope and they're looking to invest in stuff because they're like, okay, we're not going to have too many big retracements. It's the pre-halving pump. So if this influencers is talking about this, it's going to pump. It's done. I guess it came from around maybe 4 or 5 million market cap if this data is correct on here. Another thing I want to talk about. Or shall I talk about that now? Let me talk about this now, just real quick. When you're looking at these projects, sometimes you got to bounce back and forth between CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap and see how the data aligns, because sometimes one is wrong, sometimes, so you got to put it all together. But anyway, if this data is correct, that's where it came from. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if it just pumped because of the influencer. It does sound pretty decent, and it could follow those narratives. But like I said, at 10,000 to 20,000 cryptos on the market, will this be something that continues to pump like crazy, and you see it doing well in the bull run? I will say half and half. If the bull run is crazy, this could be something that gets to 3 billion. It's not something I'm bullish enough on though. Even with it having that, like, oh, this could be the next render. It could pump. It could do well. One of my problems is that the team is not fully like doxed. Like it should be on their website, and I should be able to easily find this. I was not easily able to find the team, so that doesn't sit well with me. And even though they sound a little better, and I know a lot of crypto influencers talking about it, right as of right now, I'm not fudding it. I said how it sounds good, but as of right now, it just kind of reminds me of, I don't know if you guys have been in the market long enough to in the bear market to hear about Octaspace, but it's starting to remind me of Octaspace, where it sounded good, sounded like good utility. Matter of fact, where is Octaspace at? I'm in the bear. Listen, in the bear market, I'm not gonna lie, we all were trying to trade, right? Because you're trying to make a little money here and there, but I don't feel like that's the time we're on right now. I feel like you need to be finding your long term holds as much as you can. Octa, Octa space. Where's it doing? It's not done much. Yeah, it's almost where I left it at. Yeah, it is. So I'm not flooding it. There's some influencers talking about it, but it started to remind me of Octaspace, where it was just a lot of influencers talking about it, and it's the same thing. I believe Octaspace presented itself as having more. It was supposed to have decentralized VPN, cloud computing, GPU. It was like everything. They had an app. They had this and that. But I'm talking about the bear market. Like I believe when I left Octaspace on a trade, I think I got in around like, am I lying? It might have been like between 12 and 15 cents, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I think I made like maybe a 2 or 3x trade on it, and it's still only sitting at a 4x from way back then. And so, I'm gonna use this example. I'm not trying to FUD, but I'm just showing y'all how you're like, oh, everybody's talking about it. It's pumping right now. Like that's what Octaspace was. Everybody was going crazy about Octaspace. That's like everybody was talking about it, had it on their channel. And this is what I'm giving you the example how it was pumping crazy, and then people forgot about it because they were really just trying to make a quick trade off it, but nobody's like trying to hold this stuff long term. I'm not saying OPSEC is going to be the same, but I did not find a Docs team. I did not find any backers behind it. Let me also explain why I talk about the backers, and I'm going to say this in a very plain way. Oh, somebody asked about this. Oh, let me get to y'all comments. I'm being long winded again today, but see, this is what happens when I'm on stream. So when I say, a lot of people keep saying like, oh, VCs are bad. They got more coins than you, and they're gonna dump on you. Yeah, that's retarded. Excuse. Oh, I don't think you can say that in 2024. Don't y'all cancel me. Anyway, um, so what happens is when I see VCs, it lets me know that there is somebody with me that could potentially lose money. I need to know somebody else is going to lose money if this loses money. So that's why I need to see the VCs and backers. But anyway, OSEC looks decent. I see some people talking about it. It could pump because there's influencers behind it, but it also could be just something they're pumping. Maybe they had some pre bags on it, or maybe they're just pumping it for a trade. So if you got in 7 cents, you made a little 5x trade. Congratulations to you. I'm not saying the project is bad. I do see that they recently added someone named Chris Williams as this chief business development officer, who apparently has had some success in NFTs or something like that. But as far as like a team founder CEO, I did not see anybody that was docs. I could be completely wrong. But let me get to your comments because I'm running my mouth. But I'm trying to make sure y'all gotta have the right mindset, no matter how tired of it you are of hearing it. Because as I say, I'm not here just to tell you what you want to hear so I can get more followers and subscribers. I want to be cool with 6 months and 12 months down the line that I'm not one of those YouTubers who messed you up and told you, yeah, buy this one, it's gonna pump like crazy, and you like, I ain't make no money. This dude scammed me. So I'd rather have these conversations over and over, so it gets it in your head, so you don't get wrecked, and you can make the most money. Because I don't know how y'all are, but let me tell you, I'm competitive. I'm like Kobe. Like I think there's one game when Kobe scored. I think they won the game, and he had a good game, a great game, but he was mad because he did not score Michael Jordan or something like that. I think they won the game. He had a good game, but I think Michael Jordan scored like two or three more points than him, and he was not having it. That's how I am. So I'll use the example again. Say if Casper like does more than I said it would do, and it makes a 60x, right? And so y'all like, I told you so. But I'm gonna be happy because I'm at 120x. Like, I'm like, okay, cool. I want to make the most gains. That's why I'm at. So let me get to y'all's comments. Um, oh, I talk. Then I talk. Anyway, let's get to this. Richard Phillips. I'm first. Trump XRP. God Trump XRP. Is that a meme coin? What are you saying there, my friend? So I would say, hey, CryptoZo, love your streams, man. Can you please talk about Z Chain? You mean Zeta Chain? Are you talking about Zeta Chain or Z Chain? Z Chain. I don't know if have I heard of Z Chain? No, Zeta Chain. I think you meant Zeta Chain. And yes, I think it's still a good time to buy it. RD. Yes, it's still pretty early. And that's when I was talking about. People like, it's not moving. It just keeps sinking. Like, listen, it happens like that sometimes. And I'm trying to tell you, when you go through a full cycle, um, that beginning part when you got in the coin, say if you got in at $1, just let's use a round number. You got in at $1, and you just watch it sink to 60 cents, and you feel like I made a wrong move, or Zoe told me the wrong coin. This dude don't know what he's talking about. You're gonna forget all about that it started at $1 and sunk to 60 or 30 or 20 cents sometimes, right? But now you're sitting in the tokens at $80. You're not even gonna remember this. You're not gonna care. Um, but yeah, I think it's still a pretty decent. I haven't even looked at it today. I just been seeing y'all say that it's been pumping. Um, I just been. I try not to be too smart, but I've been studying. But you gotta understand what's going on in the market. So I haven't even really been looking at the portfolio. Yeah, I think it's still a decent time to get in. I can't tell you what it'll do in the short term, if it'll dump again or go down or whatever. We got a lot of stuff going on. It's up and down. Lucas said fresh cut. Oh yeah, listen, I know y'all probably thought that's who I was. Let me tell you something. Let me prove something to y'all. Y'all, that's how much I be studying for myself and y'all. When y'all think I'm quiet and not doing in the Patreon because my hair was looking like ridiculous. Y'all really can see on camera how stupid my hair looked. But that's not me. Like I try to keep mine fresh, man. So appreciate you noticing a fresh cut. But if you go back to the last streams and see how I was looking, that proves to y'all I was in here studying and working all day. Um, Trying to find the long term picks that is going to get us those 100x's, even though I say 50x. I know, but I'm trying to find those 100 and 150x's for us, man. So yeah, I finally got a cut, man. I finally took a break, and I think actually that's why I was rushing off the stream Friday, because I had to get to my haircut. But yeah, anyway, appreciate it. That is not me. Uh, OXO Shadow said, hello, boss. M4P said, big dog, it's been a minute. You sound better. Appreciate it, man. Actually, let me drink some of my water over here. Yeah, my throat is getting better, man. M4P said, I got FOMO with the BTC price action. Thought I had more time to get. That's what everybody thinks. That's why I tell people, I know, listen, I am fully transparent on this channel. I know you some of the picks we got and you just saw them go down and you felt bad about it, but it's better to be in early. It's better to be in early at a good entry, and it goes down a little bit. I'm gonna use an example, $1, because it's a round number. It's better to get in at $1, right? And it goes down to 30 cents, and you're feeling like you didn't know what you were doing, but it's gonna come back up to $1. So don't worry. It's better to get in at $1 than to wait and you get in at $2 or $3, because now you got 2 and 3 times less than what you could have had. Hence the message I keep preaching. I see people doing it with one of my favorites right now. I don't know if y'all know which one I'm talking about, but people are like, but look how much is in the circulating supply. Look, it's going to have a lot of dilution. Y'all sound stupid while thinking y'all sound smart, because it's the lowest price is what you're aiming for. You're trying to buy at the lowest price so you get the most tokens. Stop listening to all these idiots talking about price dilution all the time because they think they sound smart. They really hurting y'all, but I'm gonna leave that one alone. Rondé said it's alt season. Yeah, I don't want to say it's alt season yet, but we probably gonna get a good alt run. That's what I'll say. It's not alt season yet, but we probably gonna get a good alt run. This Bitcoin pre having pump. Yeah, I'm feeling good about it. I'm feeling really good. Um, Tenzin said it's usually a pre having dump, right? No, not usually. Now the pre having dump that you're talking about, I think we already had. But a lot of people are correlating that to last cycle with the whole C19 thing, but I don't think we'll have a C19. But as far as a pre having dump, to my knowledge, I feel like it's already happened. I know, like I said, a lot of people are saying March because of the whole C19 that's in their memory. But it does not matter to me. Here's the thing: is I tell people I'm really like I'm focused on the overall market, yes, but I'm focused every time I buy a token, I am focused on that specific token and the specific price of where that token is. So, like I said, there's a lot of times you can get in tokens while the whole market is dumping and they'll pump because maybe they just got launched or they just started their life cycle or they just put some bullish news out about in their marketing. So I'm looking for a pre-having pump. Could I be wrong? As always, I always can be wrong because Hello, 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 hello. Okay, it should be back, but it's not the same mic, and probably sounds poop. Okay, man, I'm glad y'all stuck with me. The ones that did stick with me. I know it's probably a big echo in the sound right now, but let's get through this, man. If y'all here to chill, I'm here to chill. I think I was saying something really important. Anyway, let's get through these. Let's get through these. Let's get through these. Thank you guys for hanging with me. Sorry about that. I'm a filmmaker, so I'm probably not gonna like the sound when I hear it because I know it's echoing, but it's cool. I'm not gonna be that guy right now. So OPSEC, Cordell said, wait, let me make sure I didn't skip anything. Oh yeah, you also asked about the pre-having dump. Cordell said, any thoughts on OPSEC? I gave my thoughts on that earlier. I think you had already put that comment. Man, I didn't know comments get that far behind. Um, AIT. I was actually feeling bullish on AIT because a lot of stuff I was seeing with the project, what the project does, who's behind the project, but their contract. Actually, if you guys have been with me a while, I did a stream that I was upset about. It was called on like how we use AI already in regular life. And I ended up more so talking about the phones because all of the AI cryptos that I was going to talk about in the actual live all had contract problems. And like I think with AIT not flooding it, this you can go find this yourself on Dex Tools. They have where they can change the tax. The tax is changeable, which means what if they decided to change it to 100% tax? And then I don't. I try not to get in projects with contract problems. So I was really bullish on AIT. Listen, I know a lot of people, influencers, going to push it and pump it, and it's probably going to kill. It's probably going to do really. I can't say that word on live. Ooh, they're going to flag me. It's probably going to do well. Um, but yeah, that contract problem, it just does not sit well with me. Unless they fix that, I see some updates on that. Go find it. Dex Tools or Dex Screener one. You should be able to see it. So I was feeling good about AIT, and I know a lot of influencers talking about it. But yeah, man, I can't do that. Orange is pretty good. I know a lot of people are going to talk about it now. It's kind of like along the lines of the Bitcoin and BRC narrative, which is not one of my main narratives. But I think it's going to do pretty well, especially if you got in. It's a low enough market cap, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to pump this because they probably got in the pre-sale or whatever. I don't know where the market cap is at now. Let me look. And once again, appreciate you guys for sticking with me through that. I think I lost six of you guys, but appreciate you sticking with me through that technical difficulty. Hopefully, are we still on? I don't know what the mic is did. It didn't lose any battery or anything. Where's Orange? Oh, I can't see it here. Let me go over here. What I would say, I think Orange would do well. It's just depending on what the market cap is right now. Hopefully, you're not saying this because you FOMO into it because you saw it running. It's where did it start at? I feel like it started at like 1 million market cap. So you got to understand that's why a lot of people were bullish on it. They got in at 1 million. They can see that 100x in their future. Um, I can't say where I'll think it go now. If you got in at like before 5 million or whatever, you're probably sitting good. But it's retracing right now. But it's a decent project. They have their own orange wallet or whatever. Excuse me. You can earn interest on your Bitcoin. Um, it's going to follow the AI narrative and all that kind of good stuff. But I think the project will do well for that factor. But it's not a narrative that I necessarily chase myself. Um, Sorry, I got to get out of my head. I'm so mad about that technical difficulty. But um, yeah, but I think oranges do definitely do really well. I could, if I were to wager from the stuff that I know and see from it. Um, I think you can get your 50x. I always try to say minimum 50x, but I can't say where it will retrace and where to get in, but I think you could definitely get a 50x, from Orange. This is not something I did put some research out on it in the Patreon, but it was not one of my picks that I actually gave out. But I think Orange could do well. AIT just bothers me with the contract problem, and like I said, OPSEC could do well as well. But I already gave my take on that. Lauren said, I see you had a look at more and are bullish on it now. It's looking pretty decent. Actually, I've been so busy, I never even got to get back to more, to be honest. But yeah, yes, I mean, yeah, it's looking pretty decent. Any thoughts on Surge? I feel like I've seen this one before. And maybe it's buried somewhere deep on my list to look at. I remember I don't think I felt too good about it though. It's just a low market cap. Excuse me. But I didn't feel too bullish about it to be honest. I'm just be honest. From what I saw at first glance. But I will look at it again. Let me probably start another little coin look at list myself. Um, so as y'all can see, I don't FUD everything, but I just try to get my honest opinion. And when, like I said earlier, when you have 20,000 picks to choose from, you're gonna wish somebody FUDded you on some of them because all of them are not gonna do well. Um, like people are trying to have you think. So Don said, "Yo, what's up, man?" Cordell said, "Anything." Cordell asking all the questions. Sir, you gonna have to. Are you in the Patreon? You gonna have to join the Patreon. You getting Patreon's worth of picks answered here. Let me take a quick look. I guess if you ask me the questions, I'll try to take a look. Ba-da-ba-ba-da. Don't ask me why this song in McDonald's jingle. Um, which one? Oh, let's see here. What is this? That volume does not look good. Are you dumpster diving on this one? Let me see. Block V. Let me look on CoinGecko because that did not give me a lot of information. Um, oh no. Hmm. 31 million market cap, but oh, this is dirt old. Like there's like if something, let me be honest, if something launched like the end of last bull run, and it's pretty decent project, and it's at the end of last bull run, right? I'll take a look at it. I'm gonna be honest. Once I see something launched in 2017, 2018, to me it's trash, and it dumped in 2017 and never returned. I'm sorry. I know people like, well, you got to check projects because maybe they had new development. I'm not trying to check something. Nobody's new development from a project from 2017. And I'm not saying that, yeah, hopefully I'm not trying to sound the type of way, but yeah, that's too old for me to even be looking at. Realistic price prediction on Myria. I still hold this myself. I got it really early. Got a pretty big bag. To be honest, I don't even know if I want my bag to be that big in Myria because I see a lot of stuff coming out. But with all the people shilling Myria, and all that kind of stuff, I mean, it could do very well. I just want to see more development behind them, and even my guy Hustle be saying like cricket. I know cricket is big, but bro, they need more than that. I know that's big in other countries, and I'm not saying like the U.S. is the end all be all, but a lot of the crypto money comes from the U.S. and ain't nobody trying to hear nothing about no cricket. Show us some more games, show us some more developments, because they got competition coming out. Listen, I hold Myriad, so I know y'all keep like this dude is the fudder. I hold the bag, so I'm not fudding, but I'm trying to get your honest opinions. It could do well. I don't know if they push it hard enough, it could end up at 9 billion with gaming being huge and when it being one of the infrastructures or whatever. Maybe it still could do the. I don't know, man. I would say at least 3 to 4 billion probably because people are going to shield the mess out of it. But like I said, it don't matter to me because I got in and when it was at like 6 million. Um, yeah, I got in at like 6 million market cap. Actually, to be honest, Miri's probably made me. It's probably in my top 5 or 6 that's made me gains over the whatever. But I listen. I'm never afraid to change if I see something more bullish. So if they keep just being slack and just waiting for Alex Becker to shield them, then I'm gonna throw the deuces up and go find something that's working. So I hold the bag, but we gonna see. Cordell, okay, now you give me the whole list, sir. I gotta get to somebody else. I'll come back to yours. Should we go all in on Casper? Man, y'all know how I feel about that. You must be joking. I don't think nobody should go all in on Casper because Casper is currently at. Sorry, I didn't have the tab open before. Casper is currently what is it? It pumped recently. It was at 3 billion, wasn't it? It's at 3 billion, sir. So to get a 30x out of Casper, you're talking about $100 billion market cap, which everybody keeps saying because they kind of keep trying to preach like it's the next Bitcoin or it's better than Bitcoin. $100 billion is what you're asking for. And in my mind, $100 billion was the 50x, but no, it's only a 30x. And I've been saying 15 to 30x. That's why I said 15 to 30 because I see maybe a 15 for Casper, 15x from here. And I keep saying every stream, and I'm not going to harbor on it long, but stop listening to people that keep telling you Casper going 100 and 500x because they lying to you, and they know they lying. Oh, let me say this other thing first. I'm trying not to FUD it too much, but let me tell you this fact that I know. I said this last stream. The people who are shilling you Casper, a lot of them do not even hold Casper. I know, shocking. Like I said, I think I was a little bitter. I wasn't bitter, but I think I said it a little brash at the end of my last stream. I was trying to get out of here. But what happened was Casper was big during the bear market. And so people figured if they talked about it on their channel in a good way, that all the Casper followers would follow the channel, which they did, and they would subscribe to their channel, which they did, and they would join their Patrons, which they did. So a lot of these channels that keep claiming that they're bullish on Casper and they talk to you about, they don't hold Casper. They don't hold Casper. They just shilling it to you. That's why you don't see a lot of them talking about it anymore. They don't talk about it anymore because they never held it. They just did that to bring you to their YouTube channel. So in order for Casper to do a 30x, it must reach $100 billion. I keep saying 15 to 30x, man. That 100x y'all want and 500, especially that 500x or 400x was it? They lying to y'all, man. Don't believe that mess. They are playing games with y'all. I sound like the mean guy right now, but y'all don't realize soon, like, oh, dude was really trying to help us, man. Oh man, he was cool. Like, yeah, dude was all right. Um, is Cordell said, is Orange a scam? I don't think Orange is a scam. Ortiz, that's Ortiz, right? Because I don't keep up with that narrative, but I know the ticker. I'm being in space so doggone much. Is that? Oh, that's Ordinal Swap. What is Ordinal's ticker? I can't say, my friend. I would have to look into this. Like I said, what I will not do is just come on stream and say something's bad automatically out of my feelings. I would have to look at this and see. I have no idea. I would have to look into that. Um, is there Cordell is in these comments, so I think you need to join the Patreon if you trying to get your money worth. Wait, Mitch said Casper's garbage. Get out while you can, bro. Uh like Casper has a great founder and the developer. Now I know that's what everybody was pushing. I can't even think of his name right now. No disrespect to him. Like I said, it's no disrespect to the project Casper or the developer. It's just saying that the euphoria that people are building around it is just false, and they're just trying to say it's going to outpace Bitcoin. Saying that it's going to get to $1 trillion market cap. Come on, y'all. Y'all can't believe that. Come on now. Come on. You got to think. You got to think. Um, So yeah, it's not that Casper's garbage. It's just the market. Yeah, like I said, market cap is too high, and there's a lot of tech that's going to be competing with it. And you can't keep saying that it's better than Bitcoin because not me. The big dogs are going to get in, and they're going to, what's the futures? They're going to trash the price of it because you keep trying to say it's better than Bitcoin. But I'm not going to talk about it long because I always talk about it. What's your? You gotta get in the Patreon to find out my number one pick, man. Uh, um, as he said, would you please look into Gamer Arena? I've been hearing about Gamer Arena. Did I even look at it? I can't even say I looked at it. What I will say is, yeah, it's done quite well lately. Actually, it's a 60 on the 1 day. I can't tell you why that is. Let me look at some other things on it. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Okay, I see his narrative. What I will tell you is, ooh, that's something I was supposed to talk about. I'm glad you brought up Game Arena. What I will say, actually, let me check this on CoinGecko. Um, what I will say is, I don't chase pumps or just because other people saying his narrative. This thing could probably do well, but I would still even say now that I don't think it would be something that I hold. I know it's done 60% on the day, unless I go find out some really bullish information about it. Um, okay, blah 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 blah. Mm-mm. I don't know. I'll look at it. I know you're saying it just did 60% in one day, so it's got to be good. Not all the time. I'm not saying it's bad either, but I would have to look into it. I'll keep it up here to look at later. But I still feel like I know some better plays that I would probably rather hold. Um, this kind of came out the blue, but I don't know. I don't know everything in the space. I don't, but I still don't think it'll be something I hold. But I'll look. Cordell, Cordell, you got me laughing because you done put like 50 picks on here. I'm gonna just have to remember your little purple color and come back and look because I got to answer these other people too. I appreciate the questions. I appreciate the support on the stream too, but I'm gonna answer some other people quick. Bush said, please tell investors to be patient if you hold RWA plays. Yeah, I've been trying to look into RWA myself too. Not just because of Larry Fink. I do feel like it's going to be a bullish narrative this cycle. A lot of my friends in the space, or friends and associates in the space, are bullish on it. And I trust their judgment. I feel like it should do well, but you got to find the right ones. I was telling somebody just this week that when you came to my channel, I know I said, "Oh, my focuses are gaming, interoperability, and AI." But a lot of these AI projects looking trash, and they looking like they just putting AI on there just to. So if I end up not holding any AI plays or just one or two, I'll be fine. I'm just trying to I'm trying to hold what's going to make money. I don't have to hold it. I don't have to. I'm not the type to be like, I at least got to hold one coin or two coins in this narrative. A lot of this AI stuff looking like trash though. But RWA, I've seen some good ones. So yeah, I'm looking into it. But yeah, that's just not RWA. You got to be patient. You got to be patient on all of this. Like, I think people, when you come in, if you haven't been through a cycle, you just hear we're in a bull run, and you think it's like the bull run you heard about when everybody's making millions of dollars. Like, we're at the beginning. Like, we're not at that. You're like, why is this play not moving? I just saw something do 10x. I'm supposed to be getting 100x by next month. Like, that's not where we're at right now. So just chill and be patient. I keep trying to preach patience on this channel. Um, I feel like I got a lot of. Ooh, I do. Okay, let me go faster. Let me go faster. Any thoughts on check? I feel like I saw this one as well. Y'all gotta realize sometimes y'all give me so many picks I don't get around to these all the time. I feel like I didn't like this one though. When I say don't like, maybe I wasn't as bullish on it. This one, not the color I thought it was. I thought it was a blue one. A lot of projects be having the same name too. Um, this launched at the end of the last bull run. What do they say they do? Building infrastructure for trusted data markets on Cosmos. I feel like I know everything in the Cosmos space. Maybe that's why I thought I heard of it. Because I do follow the Cosmos space a lot. I'll look into this later. I got a lot to look into. That's cool. But I mean, I want to look into it for myself too to make sure. Because Cosmos is going to be bullish. The ecosystem is going to be bullish this cycle. And that's where Celestia is from. So, um, Corda said, thanks for the info. I appreciate the feedback. Oh, yeah, look at you guys working together in the comments. Oh, this is where all the sound went out. That's why I had so many comments. I still don't know why that happened. And I don't even want to listen to the stream now because I know it's going to sound echoey. Um, put it this way, y'all. I don't have, how people have the, I guess they have the little Shure mic or whatever. I have that mic. I have a bunch of mic. Actually, I think one of my Shures is right behind me. So I have that mic that a lot of people use for the crypto channels. But my mic is like, it's like $2,500. So I don't know why in the world it went out on me. I'll check later. I think it's something to do with the system, not my mic. Hold guys, batteries are full. I don't know what's happening. Oh, that's me. I was like, what? I didn't know what that comment meant. I'm reading my own comments. Attack. I'm getting good at reading lips. I can't read lips for nothing. Laurie said I blame Archie. Soundback said I think Archie pulled the plug. Oh, so y'all been here that long. Y'all remember that whole fiasco? Man, dude is still not changing his ways, man. I don't know. Some people don't change. As the ASL restart the whole live stream. I didn't want to do that. I'm glad y'all stuck around through all that. A crypto Archie rug. Y'all like these comments tripping. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors. I missed all these comments. Just take a day off, bro. Man, well, it's not even taking days. I've been taking days off from streaming, but not from crypto. Like I said, I've been pretty quiet in the Patreon. They're like, what is this dude doing? Bushman said apologize to Archie. No, man, he better apologize to them Patreon members because he's still playing games over there. I heard he started a $4,000 class. Come on, man. As he said, you're back. Okay, that's when I was back. As he said, as long as you can review Gamer Arena, yeah, I'll definitely look into it. Oh, EA is on here, man. What's up, man? Appreciate the support. Listen, I'll be trying to come over to yours too, but I'll be studying my butt off and trying to take care of my mother too and family members. Got my mother, grandfather, and stuff. But I appreciate the support, man. Oh, you talking orange? Orange. Oh, so you must have got in on the trade on that. Yeah, yeah. Orange was pumping, man. Looks pretty decent though. I can't, it's not in my narrative, but it's been making some money for people. I think it should at least get up to, with the people behind it. And I saw some other influencers talking about it. It should get up to like 500 million at least, probably. Not financial advice. I'm just talking. Bushman didn't know if you covered, what's that? Is Stronghold the name? That's the name of it. I'm about to look it up right now. Yeah, I think I'm man. Yeah, Saturday was busy for me too. EA, I wasn't. I missed the Saturday stream that we usually try to do together. Oh, it is called Stronghold. Stronghold. Oh, this thing is dirt old. Oh, this thing is from 2019. Listen, like I always say, I'm not saying old picks can't come back and they can't have new developments and blah 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 whatever, but I don't be trying to touch these, man. It's just too old for me. It's too many fresh coins out here, or tokens rather. I was playing tokens and coins later anyway, but I'm looking at it, but it's pumping. But I'm not trying to hold something that old. That's older than my grandfather. Um, what we got here? Turbos Finance. Usually I be answering all these on Fridays, but y'all coming with the picks today. I missed one stream and y'all like we coming with everything today. Especially Cordell. Like Cordell gave me every pick you ever heard about, ever knew. What's going on here? This launched last year, May. Us in the Sui ecosystem. I was I knew about them, but as far as like researching them, I was late to studying the Sui and the Say ecosystem. My bluish chips, if you would say. I got early with Solana, Celestia, Injective. I do wish I was holding Say. So I like Sui too. But yeah, I haven't been studying their ecosystem as much, so I would have to look deeper into this Turbos Finance. But I feel like I have heard about it. But listen, like I don't try to lie to y'all. I know a lot of y'all came on here like, because y'all say it to me like, "Oh, you're so knowledgeable," but I don't know everything in the space, and I don't try to know everything in the space. I just try to follow enough, because you really, to be honest, you only need one good coin to perform. Three is good, but I'm trying to get all my coins to perform. But you don't need to know everything in the space. But I will look into it because you mentioned it. But I am not the most knowledgeable about the Sei and Sui space. I'm knowledgeable on Sei and Sui, but not their ecosystem plays. But I'll check it out and I'll look into it. The Casper guy's trying to EA said the Casper guy. We are trying to help these Casper people. They don't realize that these people are playing them. They're lying to you. And like some of them may have gotten it early. And I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say something. Y'all can guess. Don't if y'all say it in the comments, I'm not gonna answer yes or no. But what I do know is somebody accidentally showed their Casper bag at like 500 million when it was at a 500 million market cap. And it's you know, when you have that much in, you can pull out $250,000 in diversifying other projects, but some people don't have that investing style. I really don't either. If we're in the market and I got in a coin early and I'm at $250,000, I'm gonna keep holding it because all I need is, you get a 4x from there and you have $1 million, right? But yeah, one of them accidentally showed their own stream balance and I can't say whether they're conniving or deceptive or not, but so they're gonna keep preaching it to y'all because you're pumping their bags, man. Like I don't know what else to tell y'all, man. And like I said, and some of them don't even hold the bag. They just made the videos to get subscribers to come to their YouTube. Y'all think I care my subscribers under 1,000? I do not care. I'm here to make money. I'm not here to collect subscribers. Like I'm here to make money. And I know that's hard for people to understand because YouTube is like such a grandiose, everybody wants to be an influencer and a YouTuber. If I were to be a YouTuber, it'd be a completely different style. I'm on this YouTube to help people, not to grow a huge channel. But yeah, y'all better stop listening to that mess talking about 500. But what's going to happen is, I'm gonna be honest. What's going to happen is Casper grew such a huge community in the bear market, and a lot of people are new to crypto. They're believing the hype, and so they're going to shield Casper like as a meme coin, and that's how it's going to perform. But to say that y'all, this 100 million y'all shooting for, this 100 billion, I'm sorry, market cap, and this 300 billion market cap y'all shooting for, man, good luck with that, man. Y'all gonna need a genie in a bottle and some incense and everything. Um, EA said, "Fact, the Casper for the retail and content creator." Oh yeah, they got a lot of subs off it, and that's what people don't realize. It was just to get subscribers in their YouTube channel, and it worked. But I'm not a scammer like that. I don't need that on my conscience. Like, I'm an empath, so I can't go to sleep knowing I lied to people about Casper. And no, I'm here to make my money comfortably. Yeah. Cordes said this the show is straight fire, no chaser. I appreciate your honesty. Oh yeah, man. I'm really trying to help people, and I'm here to help myself. So, any thoughts on cell frame? Cell frame. Mm. This launched in the middle of last bull run. I usually go for the if it launched after the end of last bull run. Maybe there are some projects that launched in the middle of last bull run can do well, but this didn't even do well last bull run. Like, so we had two tops really. The first one was in May, and then the May sell and walk away or whatever happened, and then the second top was like no October, November, December, right? But this didn't even come back to perform. Let me put this on screen. I'm sorry, so y'all can see that I'm not lying to y'all. So oh, I'm gonna make one more point in a minute too. But yeah, you see how June it never really came back, and look how everything was peaking here in November. Look how flat the cell frame is. And so let me. So I don't want you to think I'm just flooding the project you asked about. Let me go back to my example that I used earlier because I didn't show y'all this on stream. So the linear that I got in last cycle that I was bullish on that I keep telling y'all don't get in these boring DeFi plays. So I was bullish on it. It was great tech. They had a great team. They had great backers behind them. So you see, right before the bull run started, um, and this would be the equivalent to December 2024. And so I got in this joint around here, but as you can see, it I only made like maybe a 15x on this, maybe because yeah, I think I got out about right here. So and this is March, right? Now watch in this even to the May and sell. It failed at this May and sell. I hate saying this, sell and walk away or whatever. So in May it fell. This was great tech, great project, great backers behind linear finance, and I was bullish on it, right? So I'm trying to teach y'all from my mistakes, and it fell here in May, and it never recovered. So yeah, it didn't do anything. So y'all, that's why I say get into plays at retail. So I'm giving from the coins that y'all talking about and the coins that I was in as well. So I try to, like I said, teach people from the mistakes that I made. Um, Getting good plays. Maybe you can trade some of this stuff right now, but when that bull run really starts, you want to be in the hype stuff, the gaming plays, the good interoperability plays that everybody gonna be talking about, the Celestias, because everybody they just gonna hear that people made money off Celestia from staking it, and they're gonna, that's what people are. And I saw a guy the other day, he was like, man, I didn't buy this junk in the beginning. I hate buying stuff at their pump. But you know what he did? I think he said, oh, I should find the Twitter. I gotta find the Twitter. Maybe I'll show it next stream, but he was on Twitter. He was like, I threw 10K in Celestia, man. I just had to do it after it pumped from. I was telling people at $2 about Celestia. Granted, I didn't get it in the airdrop. I wish I would have got that airdrop now. But yeah, but yeah, people are gonna be shilling Celestia like crazy. You want to get in? I want to be in the top plays. Um, and yeah, there's this whole thing in the space that like you don't want to be where the crowd is all the time. That's true. Like I even said about Casper, like Casper could perform well, but look where it's already at.
And the thing about Casper is only community driven. There are no VCs behind Casper to push and pump that price and market it. It's just gonna be the community. Y'all got to do it like a meme coin. So I'm not trying to wish bad on anyone. You know, I hope y'all make some gains from it. But I want you to realize you're gonna be like a meme coin community. You gonna have to do the promoting and the pumping. So good luck on your second job you just signed up for. Now it's like self checkout at Walmart. Y'all don't pay me to self checkout. I don't get paid for this job. So if y'all want to have a second job of having a shield Casper like a meme coin, congratulations. There's nobody with a marketing budget behind Casper. There's no VCs. It's all community driven. So if y'all pump that sucker, y'all can do it. But I'm not trying to do that. I don't need a second job. My first job is already looking up this crypto stuff. This is enough work for me already. Cordell said I would check out the Patreon. What is the price? This man is probably the cheapest on the market. It's only $50, man. $50 a month. And sometimes I do have quiet spells because I'm studying and I'm trying to come back with some fire. Or no, I'm going to come back with some fire, not trying to. But yeah, I'm not, I know a lot of people like, I'm in my Patreon every day. You can talk to me all the time. And that's because they ain't doing nothing else. Like, I'm trying to make money. I don't want to talk to you. Excuse me, but I'm not trying to be your friend. I'm sorry. They may sound rude, but I am not here to make friends. I am here to make money. If I make some friends along the way, that's cool. But one thing I can say is, without a shadow of a doubt, I feel like I care about my Patreon members like genuinely more than most people. Like, some of them are new to crypto, some of them are younger than me, some of them are older than me. But I still, in my mind, I still kind of see them as like my children. Like, I really care about my Patreon members. That's the difference. And I'm really just trying to help us all make money. So yeah, that's what that is. It's $50 a month. Where is the Patreon? Because I know you posted like shield this stuff, right? There's my Patreon. There we go. That's the whole commercial. Patreon.com/cryptozo. And it's only $50 a month. And the value, I got some coins that it's not like I'm even a genius. One of these, I'm gonna just be honest. One of these, I'm like surprised nobody's talking about it. But you know what happens? Everybody gets greedy, and they're just like waiting for the price to go lower. They're waiting for the price to go lower, so they don't say anything about it. I'm like, one of these picks should be like sky high right now, but it is what it is. And matter of fact, I think EA knows what I'm talking about too, because I think he got in on it. But so what's happening? A lot of these people wait to tell you about these plays. Here's another thing people do that you don't realize. These YouTubers and some of these Patreons, even the people that lead the Patreons, just like I keep telling y'all, be patient now. This is the time to accumulate. Some of these Patreon leads they're accumulating, and then they tell you after it already 4x, but they already packed their bags on it and then they shill it to you. But I don't do that. I remember when I named one of my picks, I said to the group, it's still on the buy alert. I said, I can't even get into this play right now, but I'll feel bad if I don't tell y'all about this play. If you're in whatever country, you can probably get in this play right now. I may not even be able to get into the play. I eventually got into it. But so it's not always about pumping my bags. Like even on this channel, I don't talk about G Swift and Celestia a lot. I hold big bags of those, but I don't try to shield those to my group so they pump my bags or whatever. Like, I think that's trash. Like, that's no integrity. But whatever. Bush said, great job, honest, even though you hurt my feelings on my old coins. Hey man, I'm just trying to help you out. I'm not saying they can't pump. Maybe they got some new news that I don't know about, but I'm not trying to, man, I ain't trying to listen, man. I ain't trying to push them coins in no wheelchair. My grandfather has dementia. My mother just as she's recovering from cancer. So I got those two to I got to take care of them. I ain't got time to babysit no coins, man. Yeah. Did you? I still not have watched the Hello Show because I've been trying to research. Because like I said, even a lot of my picks, I'm cross referencing. Like, okay, which one of these picks is gonna do the best? Like, and even seeing that one of the picks I'm really bullish on, I'm gonna try to catch this one correct. I gotta talk to Patreon about this too. But there's one pitch, this pick is gonna launch, but I think it's gonna launch higher than I want it to. But I still feel like I want to get into it. Kind of how Mavia threw me off. Mavia threw me way off. But I've been studying, man. I did not get a chance to see the Hello Show. I can't even promise that I will see it anytime soon. It's just so much to research, from Twitter to blogs to everything, man. I'm trying to get these bangers. Cordell said Casper did have a fair launch. Yeah, it did have a fair launch, and that's one of the things people are bullish about. I understand that. And also, there's halving process. I know it has a halving process. Solves the tri-limit. Let me say this about solving the tri-limit. That's one of the main things people pitch Casper as. everybody is solving the trilemma now, and they're solving it in a different ways, but they're doing it in a way that they can work together. With modular blockchains, is how people are in different ways that they're trying to be interoperability. Casper doesn't really fall into those lines, and they're not really operating and being compatible with all these other things that are coming out. I can't say they're not compatible, but they're not building a relationship with these projects like the Celestias, the Dimensions, the Cosmos ecosystem, and stuff like that. So it sounds cool to say it solves the trilemma, and it's not the only one. Like, I don't know why people keep saying, like, it's the only one. It's the only one who cares about your future of trilemma. No, it's not. Like, you're lying. Like, oh, y'all just don't know the space. Like, why you think everybody crazy about modularity and scaling is helping people scale and offloading the data availability and all this kind of stuff. And the trilemma was really big last cycle, and it kind of is this cycle, but really nobody's talking about that. The trilemma this cycle. People are talking about modularity, interoperability. That's the stuff that's big this cycle. I'm not saying it's an old narrative, but it kind of is. Like, nobody's talking about trilemma this cycle. Like, have y'all came to this cycle with us, or y'all still stuck in 2021? Smart contracts. There's a lot of there's some other proof of work things that have smart contracts, and there's some other ones that are coming out. I talked about one last stream. I didn't talk about it, but I'm still watching it and watching the developments. And for those of you ask, hey, they say, hey, what is that pick? For one, I'm not really going to talk about it until it's close to coming out, and it's got a ways. As far as I know, it's got a ways before it comes out. First block day, I've heard all this stuff. Now, ask yourself, are you just repeating these talking points that you heard from the Casper community, or do you know the stuff for sure? That's Casper ain't no 10-year hold. I would not hold no Casper for no 10 years. Stop believing the stuff these people telling y'all. Stop it. Stop it. I feel like a granddaddy. Y'all about to make me pull off my belt. I wouldn't hold no Casper for no 10 years. I would ride that sucker up in the bull run if I did hold it, and I'd dump that crap. I think I'm too honest for YouTube. Sorry. Bushman said, stop it. Lauren said, thoughts on GFAL. I dumped GFAL a while ago. They still could do well, but there's so many other gaming picks that in platforms, even because I know people like, it's infrastructure though. There's so many gaming infrastructures that are about to come out. Matter of fact, I think one of my favorites is it coming out this month? At the end of this month. So I know y'all on Patreon. Like, what is it? I think I probably will tell y'all today in the Patreon what it is. But yeah, there's so many infrastructure plays that come out, and GFAL was just riding on the whole Trip Hawkins thing from EA, and they just thought, wow, I'm at 90 minutes. Yo, I'm just talking. Anyway, on a stream the other day. But they were riding on the whole Trip Hawkins thing as their selling point, but that's not enough right now. They need to develop more games. I want to see more games that actually look good come out on GFAL. I don't think I ever planned on holding or picking up GFAL again, to be honest. But I'm not saying it won't do well, because it probably could still make a killing. Once again, if retail comes in and you be like, Trip Hawkins from EA Sports is on this. Oh, let me take my Patreon stream because people don't think I'm overshilling it. But you come in, you be like, Trip Hawkins for EA Sports is on here. They probably gonna go crazy, right? But as far as what I know about in the space, and I know the other projects that are coming out who also has people from the Web2 world, I don't think I plan on holding GFAL again. I dumped it, man. I'm just whatever. I got other plays. You can't hold everything. You got to make decisions. That's the decisions you have to make. Cortez said, I appreciate the feedback, brother. Thanks again. I'm gonna see, man. You left so many picks in here. I'm an over generous YouTuber or whatever you want to call me, but I'm gonna write a little list. I'm not telling you I'm gonna get to all these because you asked about 18 picks, Cordell. You gotta come to the Patreon, my friend. Getting all this free stuff. I'll log some of these, but yeah, you asked about 1 billion, my guy. But yeah, if you guys have any other questions, I appreciate you guys sticking with me. I don't know how long my audio was out, but you guys definitely stuck around, and I appreciate that. Took me a while to fix it. I don't even want to listen back to this audio. But hey, man, thank you guys so much for hanging out once again. I think all the questions are done. I really appreciate you guys, and we're going to do this again. Hopefully, y'all don't feel like I'm scolding, but I'm really trying to help y'all, man, as much as I can. But let me get over this Patreon. I saw some questions in there, and I'll talk to you guys later.